Hey everybody, welcome to Fishing Planet. My name is the Lady. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a straight retrieval. I will be using different types of lures because, again, just like with the twitch, it's the lure shape and the lure weight that will affect your retrieval. So first I'm going to use a casting spoon. I'll just throw it in like so. You wait until your lure hits the bottom, and with your reel speed set on 3, you just press and hold left mouse button. There we go, straight. Downside is though, particularly with these casting spoons, is that it will go towards the surface in a very fast manner. And the moment that it is at this, you will no longer be able to hook a fish. So that is the downside of doing this type of retrieval. Now you can adjust it by just playing a bit with your mouse wheel and adjusting the speed, and of course this is different for different setups. I'm currently using a value spin 260 with a wing cost 2500. You will see that it does a stop and go now, and now it goes to straight again. So the amount of reel in speed that your reel does, for instance this one I believe has a reel in speed of 80 centimeters per round. Some others have 60 centimeters, and that will all affect how fast you will move your lure through the water. And then also, like I said, the weight affects it, but also the shape. For instance, here I have a bass jig 7 gram, which is the exact same gram as the casting spoon is. That is also a 7 gram. I'll show you the difference. Here we go. Again, we set speed on 3 and we cast that just like so. Now where the casting spoon went very quickly from the bottom towards the surface, you guys can already see that my bass jig is not doing that. It is actually going back to the bottom. And this of course is not helping us in getting a straight retrieval. Only in the last couple of meters I will show straight. There we go. So that is something that you have to find out for yourself, which lures work very well at what speed to get a straight retrieval. Now what you never want to do is actually set your speed on 4 with your mouse wheel. You guys can see it here in the bottom. Do not set it on 4 for the very reason that it will reel in the line too fast, so the fish will not be able to grab it. And then of course this is not a perfect straight because it went to the surface too quickly. Now I can also show it to you guys with instead of using the bass jig, let's get a jig out with a shed on. And this one too has trouble getting to the surface, and that has everything to do, even though that this one's 2 grams, weighs 2 grams more, that has everything to do with the shape. So with a casting spoon, which is quite broad in comparison to the bass jig and the jig head with a shed on it, the wideness of the casting spoon actually helps it lift, get more water underneath it, and that makes it lift through the water way quicker than a shed does or than a bass jig does. So that is something that you need to keep in mind when you want to do a straight retrieval. Crankbaits are great for doing a straight retrieval. Just set speed on 2 or on 3 and you will get a straight. But with everything else, we almost had a fish there. With everything else, it is just a trial and error. So this jig head was not moving too fast. Maybe a 14 gram jig head will get the wished output. But in general, set your speed either 2 or on 3. Just press the left mouse button, keep it pressed and start reeling in. That is what you need to do for a straight retrieval. Now there's one more type of retrieval that I will also cover in this movie, which is the slow and straight. It is actually not a very good retrieval. I know that it shows up, but it is very hard to hook a fish on a slow and straight for the reason that it will just go through the water, but it will not move up and down like what we try to mimic when we do a twitch or when we do a stop and go or a lift and drop. Instead, it will just sort of glide through, and it does not do something that will attract the fish. And then when it comes to predator fish, it does not move fast enough for the predator fish to go after it. So you will get something like this showing, and here it says straight and slow, and that is it. You will on a very lucky occasion be able to hook a fish when you do this technique. But it is not one that is recommended to be using a lot. It's far better to do either just a simple straight, just so increase the speed, or to do a stop and go, or to do a lift and drop, or to do a twitch. So with this video I've covered all the retrievals that are out there. Just a couple of key factors. Set your reel speed on either 2 on or on 3. Never set your reel speed onto 4 because that makes it go too fast. With twitch, it's very important that you keep your lure in the middle of the water. Do not let it hit the bottom. With stop and go though, you do need the lure to hit the bottom before you start reeling it in again. And the same goes with lift and drop. So I hope these videos have helped you guys out with doing your retrievals. It also takes practice, so my suggestion is go out there, test it. Maybe you need to change something on your setup, you need to change the lure, or you need to change line, the weight of line, or put on a different reel that has either a slower intake of line or a faster intake of line. All the kind of stuff that does weigh in, but just go out there and test it a bit for yourself. And I hope to see you guys in next videos again. Until then, I am going to wish you guys happy days and tight lines. See you later. Bye bye.